This might be a bit crazy of me to say, but I'm just going to be straight up and just say that Buggy is definitely a character from One Piece that I just absolutely adore. I know many people think Buggy is just a meme, and I would know from all the Buggy D clown memes that make him such an amazing character, but honestly, I just don't care, because ever since Marineford, when Buggy freed all those prisoners, I feel as though every single second he's on screen, he just gets better and better and better. Oda really took this character that was meant to be a complete joke and turned him into legitimately the real life meme of the One Piece world, and every second he's on screen, I love. Now, I know you saw the thumbnail and thought this is just going to be another shitpost, because most Buggy related content is a meme as much as he is, but I'm being completely serious when I say that this stupid theory of mine is completely unironically my own thoughts. Now, why? Just why? Why would you believe this? Why are you genuinely seriously thinking Buggy will be the Yonko and not Law or Kid or Katakuri or Marco? Like a genuine pick? No, you think it's Buggy? Well, I will tell you. Ever since Marineford, as I said, Buggy has become this masterpiece of a character where every single second he's on screen, he becomes more and more important to the world, when all of us know that Buggy is a complete joke. This is first shown in Marineford, where we see Buggy as the sole camera point of view for the entire rest of the world, so most other people are seeing Buggy as this massive figure, and Buggy is also getting reveals from many people within Marineford as well, showing that the Marines also think that he is a highly valued person who has just been laying low this entire time. Obviously, this is where Buggy's entire meme began, of being this really important figure, when in reality he is completely the opposite, even though he has all these connections. So it is in fact true, all the things that people are saying about him. However, his actual abilities are vastly overestimated. Now, as the series has continued and we learned more about Buggy, I feel as though his meme will be grown more and more and more, because I see one specific concept that really is striking me in a very interesting way. Ever since the beginning of the series, Buggy has been after treasure. That's his entire gimmick at the start, being obsessed with treasure, and that's his contrast with Luffy. Now, in Impel Down, when Buggy finally returns to the story, Luffy gladly offers him the treasure in exchange for helping him get Ace out of Impel Down. This treasure, as we learned very early on in the series, but also as we've learned very recently, is Captain John's treasure. Now, we know that Captain John is something that Buggy has been really trying to acquire for years and years now, but we finally just learned who Captain John is really very recently in the grand scheme of the story, as a member of the Rocks Pirates. Buggy is first seen going after Captain John's treasure after Jaya, which is also coincidentally when Blackbeard and Whitebeard are finally introduced into the story. Now, Buggy has always had a really strong connection between both of these characters. In Marineford, Buggy's entire goal is killing Whitebeard, the same as Crocodile actually, but for Buggy, it's not for revenge, it's for fame. And Buggy, as revealed in the Odin flashback, has always had this weird paranoia of Blackbeard, and comes up with the idea that Blackbeard has never slept once in his entire life, which shows that Buggy has this really strong apprehension towards Blackbeard. In chapter 956, there is a very interesting connection made. We get to see that Blackbeard is going off to acquire something because the Navy is too focused on the disbandment of the warlords, and I think it's really interesting that the first warlord that they show is Buggy. The next chapter immediately follows up on who exactly is Rocks and the Rocks Pirates themselves, and there was a really clear connection established that Blackbeard is very similar to Rocks, and just like how Luffy is very similar to Roger. In this chapter, we also learn that Captain John is a member of the Rocks Pirates, but obviously Captain John, being on Thriller Bark, negates that Captain John has been long dead, just like Rocks himself. Now, the reason I bring up these specific points is because I believe now that Blackbeard is on the move and Buggy is trying to escape from the Navy, I believe that Buggy is going to try and follow Captain John's treasure. Now, it might be strange, but since Blackbeard is finally gone, I feel like Buggy, when arriving at the island, he'll notice that Blackbeard isn't there. And thus, it will be reported by Big News Morgans, who loves to just stir the pot because, you know, it's big news. I believe that Big News Morgans will report that Buggy the Clown has stolen this massive legendary treasure right from under the nose of one of the 4 emperors. I think that Oda is so strong at pushing a meme, not only because of a gag, which he loves to do because One Piece is very focused on humor, but I feel as though this would finally give Buggy a fully finalized moment in the story, while also making it realistic on how he would become a Yonko and continue progressing further and further into the world's power system. Now, I know other people have thought of other possibilities on what would happen to Buggy after the Navy has started attacking the warlords, and personally, I do not think that Oda would write the progression of Buggy's character in these ways. The 2 ways that I've seen many people say are that Buggy would head to Shanks, which I am in complete disagreement with, because as shown in Marineford, he only would use Shanks if it would make him look better. However, he doesn't even need to do that, since arguing with Shanks alone makes him look much better than going with Shanks would. And the second thing is that Buggy would get arrested again, which, again, I highly disagree, because I doubt that Oda would ever write going back to Impel Down a second time, because we already went once. Now, I know this video might seem a bit weird because it's not really a serious theory. It's just a thought that I've had for quite a while that I believe very, very affirmedly about Buggy of all characters. So I know many people will just dismiss it, put it to the side, but genuinely, I think that this theory has some really strange connections, as I've noticed with Captain John being in the rocks and Blackbeard being on the rocks island of founding. And I just think it would be really cool if Captain John's treasure was indeed on Blackbeard's island, because that would have some funny gag moments, not just for Buggy being afraid of Blackbeard, but my final point is that it would be a really cool connection way back to the introduction of this treasure way back in Skypiea. In the clip I showed way earlier of Buggy exploring this island, coincidentally, the island seems to have this massive skull cave. Now, Full of Lead Island, also known as Beehive, which is the founding island that the rocks were formed on and where Blackbeard is based, also has this massive skull rock formation. So I believe that that would be the legendary cave that Buggy has been looking for ever since all the way back in Jaya. So yeah, that is my stupid Buggy theory that I've genuinely had for quite a long time. Ever since the reveal of the rocks, I felt as though Buggy had to get involved with it somehow. So I hope you enjoyed, and this is just going to be some more rambly kind of post-production thoughts, because I thought I haven't done one of these in a bit, so might as well get you kind of updated on my thoughts at the moment. First off, I just genuinely wanted to thank all of you for the support, because once again, like I did in my last video, we just hit 100 subs, and I am just really happy with the progress this channel has been making. So just wanted to reaffirm that. Next video will definitely be the chapter video, obviously, because I am so eager to get back into the chapter. The break was pretty nice, getting us a chance to kind of conserve our energy and enthusiasm Obviously Oda needed a break because he's been putting out amazing chapter after amazing chapter of the raid, but I am just really excited to do the chapter review, honestly. Just get back into the community aspect, see what people think. So yeah, that will be the next video, absolutely. I did really consider making a video on the new Jojolian chapter because it was actually very, very enjoyable, but I wasn't sure about it, so I think I'm just gonna wait to see what happens in the next chapter, or I don't know. Just curious if you guys think I should try to diversify the reviews I do, because I really did enjoy it, and I don't know. If you all are intrigued in my thoughts on that, let me know. But yeah, that is the end of this video. New chapter out basically tomorrow. Very, very excited. And with that, hope you enjoyed the video, and have a good one.